So in today's class, I'm going to explain about two things. One is Sonarqube, another one is Nexus. So Sonarqube is a tool which is used to identify the errors, bugs, we can call vulnerabilities. Okay, so this is a tool which can identify errors or bugs or vulnerabilities or code smells or duplicates, anything in that code. Okay, so by installing the tool Sonarqube, okay, we can test the package. Okay, we can test the package by installing the Sonarqube. So in the Sonarqube, again, we have two types. There is two types of tools we need to work with. So one is Sonarqube server, Sonarqube. So we are using two things. Sonarqube server. So server means, okay, it is nothing but one website, okay, where we are installing the server. That is a server where we are installing the Sonarqube. And Sonarqube is a plugin, okay, where we are integrating. Okay, so now for this, Java is a prerequisite. Okay, I'll tell you the complete process, how to install and how to check the code. Okay, so but the prerequisite for Sonarqube is, okay, so it is not this is not working with the T2 micro, right? Currently we are using T2 micro, right? Currently we are working with the T2 micro, but T2 micro has only one CPU and one GB of RAM. But Sonarqube and Nexus, we need at least one CPU, 2 GB of RAM. Okay, but remember, so this is not a free, so you will be get charged. Okay, if you want to practice Sonarqube and Nexus, you need to, okay, install the server machine which is having at least one CPU, okay, and 2 GB of RAM. So this is a minimum requirement. Okay, but this is not a free service. Remember that. So we are getting some charges. So I'll show that part also. How much charges will be? Okay, so T2 medium. Okay, T2 phosphorus. So here you can see the charges for each and every, okay, this ID. So see here, this is vary from region to region. Very this is also important point. Okay, so here for T2 nano, okay, it is one CPU, 0.5 GB of RAM. Okay, so here this is the charges. Okay, so T2 micro. So if you are using more than that, so there will be charges. And T2 small. Okay, so T2 medium. So T2 small having 1 GB of one CPU and 2 GB of RAM. Okay, so here the price will be $0.023 per hour. Okay, $0.023 per hour, and for T2 medium, so this is a 0.0464 per hour. Okay, whenever the that the CPUs are RAM size is increasing, the performance will be more. You know that point. Okay, and also this will be vary from region to region. That is also keep in mind. Okay. So here currently what I did, so I installed this Linux machine. Sorry, and I had taken the Amazon Linux, okay, and installed the Jenkins in the Linux machine, but which is of T2 micro. But this Sonarqube and Nexus both are not working in the T2 micro. So what I can do, I need to take another machine which is having minimum one CPU and 2 GB of RAM. Okay, so here how to change the instance type. Okay, or we need to create a new machine. No, it is not required. For the existing machine only, we can change the instance type. For that, first you need to stop the machine. Okay, for that, first you need to stop the machine. So here itself, you can change the instance type. So Sonar type is a tool that is used to test the package, and a Nexus is the tool which is used to push the packages into artifactories. So Nexus, JBoss are the artifactories which are used to store the generated package. You are uh, you are creating the files, right? .var, .jar files. Those files you can store in the artifactories like Nexus or JBoss. Okay. So in today's class, I'm going to explain the two, Sonarqube and Nexus. Okay, so now the machine is stopped. So go to the actions. So here in the instance settings, in the instance settings, here you can see change instance type. Here you can see change instance type. So currently I'm taking, so T2 here you can see number of variations. So the free service is T2 micro. So T2 dot small is the, okay, one CPU and 2 GB of RAM. So T2 dot medium, it is taking two CPUs and 2 GB of RAM. So if you want to check, so here you can check here. Okay, when you launch machine, so here you can see. So here T2 micro, we said the T2 micro, it is having only one CPU, 1 GB of RAM. So T2 small, that is having one CPU and 2 GB of RAM. And T2 medium, so two CPUs and 4 GB of RAM. So whenever the RAM size is increasing, okay, the performance will be increasing and all the charges will be increases. Okay. So currently I'm taking T2 medium I'm taking, so 2 GB, 4 GB of RAM, two CPUs for better performance. Because if you take again one CPU and 2 GB, still it is going to hang because I need to install Sonarqube as well as Nexus. So that's why. So here I'm taking the T2 medium. So how to take the T2 medium? So just go back. So go to the actions, change the instance type. In instance type, so take the T2 dot medium. Okay, now it is instant type is changed to T2 dot medium. Now you can restart the machine. So the machine got IP. Now let me check. It is loading. Now Jenkins is started. Now here I want to install Sonarqube and I want to integrate the Sonarqube with Jenkins. Okay, so for that I'm creating a new job first because I need to create the freestyle project. Here I'm cloning Git. Build tool. So currently this Maven is there, but here there is no Maven installed. So we need to install the Maven. But before that, just apply and save. So just go to the manage Jenkins tool configuration. At the bottom, Maven will be the name. Install automatically. Apply and save. Now go to the job, configure. Here at the bottom, you can give here. Now apply and save. So let me build this job for one time. Okay, now the job will be going on. Now I want to install a Sonarqube here in the same machine. For that, the minimum requirements are 1 CPU and 2 GB of RAM. That is T2 dot small. Here I'm taken T2 dot medium. No, so Java is a prerequisite for Sonarqube. So you need to install the Java. So after that, you need to install the this uh, Sonarqube from the website. The website for this is binary Sonarqube. We can call binary Sonar. So here from this here, click on this one in the distribution. Okay, here at the bottom you can see Sonarqube. Okay, here the number of versions for depending on the OS. Okay, all these are binary. So here I'm going to take here there is no a tar file here. So we are downloading the zip file. That is also work fine. Okay, if you take the latest version, but sometimes latest version will not work. So that's why here I'm taking the version as 8.8. So that's why taking the same version because it is depends on the Java version as well as Sonarqube both are related. Even the Java installed, the Sonarqube will not work because of some Java connectivity issues. That's why you need to update the Java, or you can go for the old version of the Sonarqube. So here I'm taking the Sonarqube as 8.8 version. So that is here I taken from here itself. Okay, simply right click and copy. Okay, right click and copy and paste here. So you can take a new one. So the command to get from the website in Linux is wget. So here, first you need to download the Sonarqube in the local because you need to start the Sonarqube. So that's why. So here, login into the machine. Why I am taking Amazon Linux instead of Linux means Amazon Linux is somewhat fast when compared to Linux machine. Default Red Hat Linux machine. Amazon is somewhat lightweight and features are already inbuilt. Okay, here in this machine, wget is already installed. Some tools are already pre-installed with Amazon Linux machine. Okay, it is also same as Linux, Red Hat Linux only, but it is come with some customized tools. Okay. So now here, moving to the OPT folder. Here I'm installing the, just taking the Sonarqube binaries. WK. So these are binaries which are downloaded now. These are 263 MB size. So after the installation, there is an installation because it is simple binary file. So do ll, so it is a zip file. Okay, so you need to unzip this file. So for the command to unzip, the zip file is okay, unzip sonar. So in Linux machine, this unzip command is not exist by default. So you need to install the unzip command. Okay, wget also, which is not available in the Linux machine, you need to install a wget also. Okay, so sudo unzip Sonarqube. So you see all the folders which are in the Sonarqube. Now moving to the Sonarqube. To do ll. So here you can see the number of folders. So bin folder, configuration folder, so data, Elasticsearch. So all these are so lib, logs. So here you can see the logs folder. So everything you can see here. So for commands will be available in the binary folder. Just move to the binary folder. Here you can see. Okay, depending on the OS. So here we have two types of OS. One is Linux. Linux related commands are available under this folder. Windows based commands are available under this folder. So currently we are in the Linux machine. So just move into the Linux machine. So here you can see the file called sonar.sh. Okay, so this is a like shell file, you can execute the shell file. Okay, so I'll tell you that process. So meanwhile, you can see what are the remaining folders which are available. So in the conf folder is the main folder. So where you can see the configuration related files. So here sonar.properties, that is the file. Okay, so you need to edit and you can check what are the content in the sonar.properties. So here you can see at the starting, if you can read for better understanding purpose everything here the document. So here first of all you are seeing a database. So database means, so why database is required? Because Sonarqube has some credentials. Okay, Sonarqube has username and password. So if you want to save the username and password, okay, so this database is required. So here, if you want to store, depending on the environment, we are using different types of databases. Oracle database you can use, PostgreSQL database you can use, Microsoft SQL Server database you can use. So likewise, you can use different types of databases. So when you install the Sonarqube or when you download the Sonarqube, the default it is come with embedded database. The default database here it is called embedded database. That means by default the username and password. So whenever you use this sonar.jdbc.username, sonar.jdbc.password. So here the default username and password is admin and admin. Okay, the default username and password for Sonarqube is admin and admin. So those are stored under the database, embedded database, the default database. In your environment, if you are using Oracle database, then you can use Oracle. Just you can do uncomment here. Okay, here you can just uncomment and you can work with. Okay, whatever the URL is there, you can pass that URL. Okay. And if you are using PostgreSQL, so then this is the here the details you will pass. The database details we need to pass here. Okay. If you are using Microsoft SQL Server database, then you need to pass the related information here. Okay. So depending on the database, you can use it. You can uncomment and you can add the details of the database. Okay. Next one. Here, if you want to change the port number, okay, here you can change the port number. Here, Sonar web port. So the default port for Sonarqube is 9000. Okay, default port for Sonarqube is 9000. If you want to change the port for Sonarqube, here you can change. So simply here you can change, give say 9001 and give it. Okay. That's it. This is the main. If you want to read these things, you can get some more information. But majorly, we are using the port information. Okay, the database is depends on the real-time application. Okay, so here I'm using 9000 port. Okay, now I'm moving into the bin folder to start the Cube. So do ll. So here we have the folder, Linux machine folder is there. There you can see the command sonar file sonar.sh. So here you need to type sonar.sh. If you click on enter, so see it is showing the options how to use this file, the command. So dot slash sonar.sh. So start the sonar, stop the sonar, force stop, restart, status, dump. You can use these options. Okay. So now I'm just starting the sonar. See what it is showing? Failure to start the sonar. Why? Why means whenever sonar or Nexus, okay, starting, okay, it should write the logs. Whatever the activity that is running in background, that activity should be written into the logs. But currently, what happened? So the logs are not having the proper permissions. Okay, these logs are not having the proper permissions. So see here, if you see the logs, there is no writable permission. Okay, R-X. There is no writable permission to write the logs. That's why it is Sonar is not able to start. So that's why if you give the full permissions to the folder, complete folder Sonarqube, then Sonar will start. Okay. Now I'm giving the full permissions. Sonar sudo chmod -r 777 Sonar. Full permissions I have given. So just move it to the folder and bin and in the Linux machine. Now here you can see the sonar.sh sonar start. It started Sonarqube. Okay, whatever the activity there that you can see in the logs now. Here the logs you can see sonar 2021 so 1122.log. Okay, so this is the log. If you want to see the logs, just use the command sudo cat sonar. See here. First, we are started this when we try to access the application, it is stopped. Okay, process is stopped. Okay, so likewise here you can see the application. You can see the logs, complete logs and the activity. Okay, now let us access the. Now Sonar is started. Let us try to access the application. So what is the default port for Sonar? It is 9000, but here we changed the port to 9001. So it is not starting. Why? Because you need to pass the same value in the environment variables. Sorry, in the security groups. Launch visual one. Here we can add 9001. Let's do this. Check the status of Sonar. Sonar is not running. Is running. Refresh it. It's copying the folder again. Port the port again. What is the port we are given here? And start the series. Now it is running. So Sonarqube is running now. So now the default username and password is admin and admin. So after logging into the console, it is first asking to change the password. Change the password. So this is a dashboard you are able to see here. Okay. So this is a new dashboard. This is a dashboard actually here. So here click on the issues. So here you can see the issues for the project. Okay, if any project is there, you can see the issues for the project and rules. So depending on the project language, so we have different rules will be there. Okay, each and every code should uh, executed in the code, in the rules. It will first check all the rules whether the code is passed or not. For Java, it is there 634 rules are there. For C Hash, it is 398 rules are there. JavaScript 245 rules. So the code is checking whether all the rules are satisfied or not. All the rules are passed or not. Okay, then only it will clear and it is eligible for deployment. Okay, so first we are installed this Sonarqube server, but we need to integrate with the Jenkins. That's a major point. Okay, now Jenkins and Sonar both are running separately. So here, if you want to run it, so you can import the project. Okay, create a new project and import the project you can work with. But that is not my motto, because I want to do automate. Whenever the developer change the code, so it should build, okay, and it should go for this testing. That is my motto. For that, I'm integrating all the tools of Jenkins only. That's why in that process, so this Sonarqube also should be integrated with the Jenkins. So how to integrate with the Jenkins? For that, so click on this administrator console. So go to the my account. In the my account, in the security is there. So in the security here, you need to generate the tokens. Okay, if you want to integrate the Sonarqube with Jenkins, okay, you can give the username and password. That is also fine. Okay, but username and password, that is not secure, right? So token means it is somewhat secure. That's why mostly in the real time, so tokens are used instead of username and password. It is similar to GitHub, right? So same GitHub token, you are giving the Sonarqube token. So just type so Jenkins token generate. So you need to copy this token because this is very, very important. This is only one time visible. So here it is showing new token, Jenkins token has been created. Make sure you copy it now. You won't be able to see it again. That is why token is more secure when compared to the username and password. So I'm just pasting here for reference purpose. Okay. Now I'm integrating this with Jenkins. So can anybody tell me so where I can integrate this Sonarqube server? This is a server. Okay, where I can integrate the servers. Okay, where I can integrate the servers. I already told you in the Jenkins class. There are two types. One is server related integration, tools related integration. So server related where we are integrating. Remember, it's very, very important. All the server related information are integrated in the configure system. All the tools are integrated in the global tool configurations. These two are very, very important. So configure system. Here I need to change the code because I have done the restart. Next, here if you go to the bottom, here you can see Sonarqube plugin. If it is not there, what you need to do? So see here, so there is no Sonarqube plugin. Okay, there is no Sonarqube here. What I need to do?
Download from plugins.
So simply go to the manage plugins and download the plugin. So it is Sonarqube. If you type the Sonarqube, you'll see Sonarqube scanner is there. Just select this, install without restart. So whenever you install Sonarqube, so you will able to see the Sonarqube plugin. So Sonarqube is installed. Plugin is installed. Now go to the configure system. Here you can see Sonarqube server. Sonarqube server. Now add Sonarqube here. So give any name. So I'm giving the name as Sonar and server URL. So what is the server URL? So this is the server URL. The server URL. And you need to pass the token. You need to give the credentials. So first time it is not showing properly. So you need to do it for second time. It is asking for. So you can give username and password, but that is not secure. I'm giving the secret text. What is secret text that I have copied here? Here. So here it will give us Sonarqube. That's it. Apply, save. There is nothing here. Okay. Now, what is the next step? I need to just install the Sonarqube in my local, that is in the machine. I started the Sonar, and next what I did, I installed the plugin, Sonar plugin, and I integrate the Sonar Cube server with the Jenkins. Now I want to do some settings in the job, because what I want, I just done the integration only. Okay, Sonar server and Jenkins both are integrated. But when I execute the project, when I deploy the project, sorry, when I build the project, one file will be developed, one var file will be getting. So I want to test the var file. Okay, so if it is in your local, just you can upload here and you can test it. But that is not my motto. I want to do automation. Whenever the package is installed here, that package should automatically move into this Sonarqube repository. Okay, for that what I'm doing, so I need to give some settings here. So go to the Sonarqube configure. So here in the build step, so Maven, with the help of this, we're getting the package. After that, so execute Sonarqube scanner. So this option visible only after installing the plugin only. Sonarqube scanner. So here these are all optional. Okay. So but here it is showing one thing, right? What is this? Jenkins need to know where your Sonar Cube scanner is installed. So please do it from the global to configuration. So you are installed in the machine, but Jenkins could not identify where the Sonar is there. Okay, Sonar Cube scanner. Okay, Sonarqube server is there, Sonarqube scanner is there. So Sonarqube server is this is a server. Okay, Sonarqube scanner is the tool. So you need to add the tool to the Jenkins. So if you go to the global tool configuration, here Sonarqube scanner is there. Here two options will be there. One is for MS build. If the build tool is MS build, then you can use this option. Okay, so that's for Maven, so you can use this Sonarqube scanner. So click on here. So here you can give the any name Sonar. Now the Sonar will be automatically installed. Sonarqube scanner will be automatically installed. So now I have added here. Doing the refresh. Now go to the add post will options. Execute Sonarqube scanner. Here task to run, all these are optionals. So here only one thing you need to do here, analysis properties. Here you need to give the things here. So if you click the question mark here, you can see. So what are the details you need to pass? Okay, but all the details are not required here. Only you need to pass only 4 details, especially the main 4 details are required. One is the project key, so project version, okay, and the path and the name. And the path. Sonar.sources here. This is the part. Up to these parts are required. Only first 4 are sufficient. The remaining are not required. So here sonar.project key. So for this give any name. So giving the source as a name. So project name. So this also can give any name, no problem. So sonar job or sonar job, no problem. Any name you can give. So project version is 1.0. Here this is very important. Sonar.sources. That means where is the path? Okay, where is the path of the current job? Okay, so the current job, this is nothing but okay, workspace. Under this we have the sonar job is there. So what is the path here? We need to give so /var /list /Jenkins /workspace. Under this I have the job name as sonar job. So this is the path. Okay, this is the path of job. So I need to provide this path. So only these 4 details are sufficient. Okay. Apply and save. Just a moment. I got some call. Okay. So I have done the changes. Now simply build the job. Execution success. So what happened? So currently build is success. That means Maven job is success. After that, the package is moved into this repository, this server. Okay, this into this server, the package is moved. Okay, so see here. So this is the host 9090. Okay, under this folder. So what is source? So this whatever the target, whatever the file that is generated here, that is moved into this file. There is some background is happening here, and that so target course index.jsp. So these are the main files. Analysis successful. You can browse. So you can browse this object, that is whatever the artifact that is deployed. Okay. Now just go to this Sonarqube. Now see here. Okay. So this is what happened. In this way, you can see the details of any artifact. So we have total 12 bugs are there. So no vulnerabilities. Okay. 2 code smells are there. So duplications are 47.7%. Okay, lines total 83 lines are there. Okay, so this will take care if you give the information to developer, so he'll take care about that one. So finally, anyway, he's getting the status as passed. So if the status is passed, then only okay we are able to push the code for deployment. Otherwise, it is not possible because if it is failed, so then even though if you do the deployment, there is no security to the apps. There is no security to the applications. That's why. So you need to check in the Sonarqube or any other tools. We have other tools are there, but mostly Sonarqube is used. So that's why we are testing with this and if you see this passed message, then only you can go for the deployment. Okay, so in this way, we can work with the Sonar. Any doubts in the Sonarqube part? So here I have given the information. So this is the command to get the Sonarqube. So you need to, if unzip is not there, if you're using Linux machine, you need to install the unzip. Okay, so Sonar is a command used to start the Sonar. Okay, so this is available under bin and Linux folder. This is available, and you need to do the full permissions to the Sonarqube. Otherwise, it won't work. So use the IP and the default port is 9000. You can change this 9000 port. Okay, in the configuration folder you have sonar dot properties. Okay, sonar properties is the file is there. Then there you can change the this one file port number. Okay, so after accessing, so the default username and password is admin and admin. Later you can change the usernames and passwords. Okay, so after that you change the port, you have to restart the Sonarqube, and the same you can give in the security groups. And after that, you need to integrate the Sonarqube scanner. Okay, integrate the Sonarqube scanner. And next, so go to the tool global tool configuration. The Sonarqube scanner tool. Okay, you need to add the Sonarqube scanner tool. And next, after that, okay, go to the job, whatever you created, and go to the configure section, and in the build actions. In the build actions, you can see Sonar scanner like that one. Okay. So one option is there. So there you can give the details of this Sonarqube server. And the, so here you need to give the details. You need to pass these 4 details. Okay, project key, project name, version, and the path of Jenkins job. You need to pass these things. And just apply and save. Only this is the thing you need to do, nothing other than that. Execute Sonarqube scanner. Only these 4 options you need to add, and just apply, save, build the job. So you are able to see this message, success message. Okay. So any doubts in the Sonarqube part? If no doubts, I'll move to the next tool, Nexus. Okay. Yes or no? Shall I move to next tool?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now next Sonar is done. I'm just closing this one. I also stopping the Sonar because of this memory utilization. So what is the memory? See, I have only 373 MB is free. Okay, so that's why I'm just stopping the sonar. Stop. Now see 2 GB is free. Okay, just clearing the screen. Now I want to install the Nexus. The next tool here I'm using Nexus. What is the use of Nexus? Nexus is nothing but Artifactory where we can store the this build jobs. Whatever the jobs, the packages that you are created, so those you are storing in the Nexus Artifactory. So Nexus or JBoss, okay, anything you can use. So for this also minimum requirement is 1 CPU and 2 GB of RAM is necessary. Okay, so the server firewall should be open for 22 and 8081. So 8081 is a default port for Nexus. Okay, 8081 is a default port for Nexus. And you need to install OpenJDK 8. This is mandatory. Okay, without this, it won't work. Nexus will not work with OpenJDK 8. Okay, and all Nexus process should run as non-root Nexus user. So these are the 4 important points you need to put in mind. Okay, so here I don't have the OpenJDK 8. I'm just installing the OpenJDK 8. Yeah. Java, first search the package. This is the package we require. Java 1.8.0. So this is the package. OpenJDK 8 runtime environment. This is required. Therefore, sudo previously it is not there. So now we install the OpenJDK 8. OpenJDK is installed. Now what is the next requirement? So after that you need to install the OpenJDK is done. Next you need to download the Nexus binaries. Here also you have to download the Nexus binaries in the website download.sonar.com, sonar type. So here the website to download the this Nexus is Sonar type Nexus. Sonar type Nexus, that is the uh, location, okay, where the Nexus is available. So you can see help.sonatype.com. So click on the first one. So there you can see operating system and link to download. So what is the Nexus version? 3.36.0. This is a recent version. Okay, 3.36.0. If it is a Linux machine, you can use this archive. If it is a Windows machine, you can use this. And OS, Mac OS, this is a package. So just simply copy this link address. So move into the OPT folder. Okay, now execute the command sudo wget copy this archive. It is 195 MB size here. So okay. move to this. Let us enter this one first. So, hyphen x z f latest hyphen unix. Just click on here. Now see here, you are able to see folder Nexus hyphen 3.36. This is a folder. So I'm just removing these tar files both. Okay, so whenever you install the Nexus, okay, whenever you extract the Nexus, along with the Nexus folder, one more folder will be available here. That is Sonarqube -1. So see here, so 16 or so 16. That is at 4 o'clock time. So you are able to see these two folders. That means these are come with this tar file only. Okay, that means whenever you extract the Nexus, so you are able to see two folders. One is with the name Nexus, other one is Sonarqube work. Okay, so first we will move into the Sonarqube work. What is it is having? So this is the file having the folder Nexus 3. So what it is having? So see here you are able to see logs. The major important file is logs. So here you see the logs. Currently there are no logs because you are not yet run the Nexus. Okay. So the major point of the Sonarqube -work folder is okay to see the logs. Just move into this. Now move to the folder Nexus. So this is the main folder where you can see so bin folder majorly. So etc folder and library folder. So other folders also will be there. But mostly we are working with the bin folder and etc folder. So what is the bin folder consists of? It is having the all executable commands. So here Nexus is the bash file. So this is a file you need to start. So for that you need to use the command Nexus. If you click on enter, so it is again showing the usage, how we are using the Nexus. So for this, the command is Nexus start. So starting Nexus. So if you see the status, so Nexus is not running. Nexus is stopped. Why? Because I already told you in the previous, whenever Sonarqube or Nexus is running, in background logs will be written automatically. So, but here there is no access, write access to the logs file. That's why it is not running. So for that you need to provide the access for the log folder. So where is the log is available? So log is available under Sonarqube -work. Therefore, just give the full permissions to Sonarqube -work. So now when you try to execute folder, so dot hyphen Nexus. Now check the status. Nexus is running. Why the difference between the previous case and this case? Because there are no logs which are running. There is no permissions to the logs. There is no permission to the logs. That's why it is failing. Now just take this. Now ensure the port is here. The default port for Nexus is 5000. Sorry, 8081. Okay, 8081 is the default port for the Nexus. So let us check whether the 8081 is given or not. So there is no 8081 here. So add a rule 8081. So open this port. So if you want to change the port. Okay, how to change the port? So just move into this. Okay, here itself you can change the port. So if you see .rc, I think not here. In a folder called etc/etc. Move into the /etc folder. Here you can see the configuration file. Yes, etc. Here. Now here you can see the Nexus -default dot properties. So here you can change the port. Nexus -default dot properties. So see here application -port. It is 8081. So there you can change the port. Now currently I'm changing the port to 8099. I'm changing the port to 8099. Now I need to restart the Nexus again. Nexus stop. Nexus start. Okay. So Nexus is running. Now what is the port I have given? That is 8099, right? So here I need to pass that 8099. This of 8081 and 09. Now try to access the Nexus. See the default dashboard is showing like this. So this is a default dashboard. Okay, but you are currently not logged in. So this is the only the default dashboard page. So you want to log in. So click on the sign in. So here the default username is admin, but the password is available under this particular folder. So you give the username as admin and check the password under this particular folder. So this is the password. Now setup. It is asking to change the password. Okay. So here I'm giving the password. Next. So enable anonymous access. So I'm disabling anonymous access. So finish. So now in this way, you are able to log in into this Nexus repository. Okay. So after logging into Nexus repository, what you need to do? So again, you need to integrate this Nexus with the Jenkins. That is the main thing. Okay. So currently what you did, you just downloaded the binaries of Nexus and you started the binaries. Okay, and started the Nexus, and after that you are logging into the Nexus with the default admin user and with the password secret text that is available in the particular folder. And after that you are changing the password of your account. Now you need to integrate this Nexus server to the this Jenkins. So for that, what you need to do? Just 1 minute. Okay. So once this, whenever you install this Nexus, Sonarqube Nexus repository manager. So here, what are the options we are able to see here? So this is a nothing but repository place. So these are repository settings. Okay, here you can see the repository settings here. So click on the repositories. Here, these are some repository settings you can clear here. See here. Okay, so this is admin account. click on the admin. So here you can change the password. If you want to change the password, here you can change. So here we generally, in case of Nexus, there are three types of repositories are available. One is hosted, second one proxy, and third one mix. There are three types of repositories are available in real time. So what is the hosted? So hosted means directly you can work with the host. Directly you can work with the host. Next, proxy. Proxy means you can work with the proxy machine. You can work with the proxy machine. Proxy machine means other machine, not this machine. So it is not machine, it is a group. Okay, it is a group. That means it is a combination of hosted as well as proxy. As a default, you can see three types of repository. So here at starting, so click on the repository. So click on the repositories here, create repository. Whenever you click on the create repository here, with respect to the operating system, you can see three types of repositories. Okay, so app, sudo app, this is nothing but for Ubuntu machines. Okay, so next for Maven related projects, you can use this Maven to group, Maven to hosted, Maven to proxy. Three types of repositories you can use. Okay, next for Python based projects, for R language based, and for Ruby projects, for Linux projects. So likewise, you can use any one of the dependents. Okay, dependent packages. Okay, you can choose the repositories. Currently, my project is based on the Maven, so that's why I'm choosing the Maven related repositories. So here I have three types of Maven repos are available. One is group, hosted, proxy. I already told you about these three things. So group means you can is a combination of hosted as well as proxy. So hosted means you can work with the host machine. That means the current machine. So proxy means you can work with the proxy machine. Okay, group means it's a combination of two. Okay, so whenever you are choosing the option hosted, this is a default one because currently we are working with this machine. Okay, so here what you can do, here you need to give the name of the repository. So here I'm giving the name as so course underscore, let us say it is hosted, right? So course underscore hosted. I'm giving the name here. Okay, so again I'm showing what I'm doing. So just click on the settings here, configuration. So if you see here, it is showing server administration and configuration, nothing but settings. So after this, click on the repositories, click repositories, create repository. In the create repository, you need to select the proper repository as per the project. So here, Maven hosted, I'm selecting. So here you need to give the name. So I'm selecting the course underscore hosted. So and next one, all these are default details. So this is very, very important. Version policy. Version policy, this is very, very important. So there are three types of version policies are available. So release, snapshot, mix. It's a very, very important question also. So what are the different types of version policies in Nexus? So one is release. Second one, third one, mix. So what is the meaning of these three? So release means release. If you select the release, this type of option can be used in only production. Okay, only in production environment. Only in the production environment only this release type option, release based version can be used. Snapshot means other than production. Other than production environment. Means our environment may be dev environment, development environment, testing environment, okay, pre-prod environment. Other than testing, if you have a different environments, then you can choose this option. So mixed means it is a combination of both. Combination of above. Combination of above means it is not a release snapshot. What is the meaning of here mixed here? So whenever you choose the release option, there is no snapshot. Snapshots are not saved here. Snapshot artifacts are not saved. Okay, whenever you change the, whenever you choose the option snapshot, so no release based artifacts are not stored. No release based artifacts not stored here in the repo. Okay, whenever you choose the mix, so this is stored. Okay, this option, select this option, can store both snapshots as well as release based. I will tell you the demo, you can understand clearly. Okay, so first I'm taking the basic option. So release option, that is when I work with the production environment, here you need to choose this option, release. And now after that, you need to choose this option, deployment policy. So here by default it is disable redeploy, but you need to allow redeploy. Okay, you need to allow redeploy because you deploy number of times. That's why you need to choose this option, allow redeploy. So you need to give 3 points here. One is the course name, that is a repository name you need to give. Second one, the version policy, which is very, very important. And third one, this deployment policy, allow auto redeploy. Just click on create repository. That's it. Now course underscore hosted is created. Okay, now click on here, the details are here. Whatever you, so this is a version is released. So once you create the repo, the options will not be changed. Okay, so it is release version policy. So here, allow redeploy. Now I have created a repository in the Nexus. But what is my objective? I want to push the course.var, that is the output of the build option. I want to push that var file into this repository. So currently, so this is the only creation part. Okay, if you want to see the content of the repository, so click on the repositories here. So if you click here, so click on browse. So here you can see the course underscore hosted. Here nothing is there, so no component here found in the repository. So here I want to see that the artifact that was created in the Jenkins. Currently there is no option, there is no artifact here. Okay, so now what I want to do? So first I just integrated with this Jenkins. So Nexus to be integrated with the Jenkins, but this is not a server. Okay, this is not a server. So along with the job only, I can give this option. So click on the configure. So but here with the help of this Maven, so that the Maven that can be built. So here I'm deleting this Sonarqube section here. Now that is a post build option, right? Once the package is created, then that package should move into the Nexus repository. That's a post build action. But if you see the post build action, so aggregate downstream, archive artifacts, build other project. So there is no option which is related to the Nexus. Okay, there is no option that is related to the Nexus. So for that, what we need to do? So we need to we need to install the option. Okay, that option is available in the plugins only. So what is that options here? So here, so go to the dashboard. So manage Jenkins. So here, click on the options here. That is manage plugins. Go to the available. So type for Nexus, any is visible. Let us see. So see here. If you type the Nexus itself, you can see the option Nexus artifact uploader. So this is the clear statement, right? Nexus artifact uploader. So just select this option, install without restart. So Nexus artifact uploader plugin is installed. So just go to the back. So go to the job, configure here in the post to build section. Now can you able to see any option? Achidom in the build step. See here, you are able to see the option here, Nexus artifact uploader. So this option will come only when you install the plugin only. So this is add build step only. This is visible. So now click here. Now select the Nexus version. So what is the Nexus version here? It is OS. It is 3.36. That is Nexus 3 version. So Nexus 3. You need to select this one. Now protocol is HTTP. So now you can give the Nexus URL. So here, this is the Nexus URL you need to pass. Now, see what it is showing. URL must not start with HTTP colon or HTTPS. So therefore, remove this part. Now give the credentials. So Nexus credentials you need to pass. I'm giving the username and password here. Username is admin. Give the password. So here you can give Nexus credentials. Give the same add. So just give the Nexus credentials. Now group ID, version, repositories. So these three are very, very important. Okay, so these three you must give. So these options you can see in the Maven also. Okay, in the Maven pom.xml you can see these three options. So group ID, okay, version and repository. So what is the meaning of group ID? In the Maven class I told you how the group ID in the real time. The group ID must start with the com dot the company name. For example, if the company is IBM, so IBM dot and the project name. So whatever the project name you are given, so you need to give that name. Or if it is organization, you can give org dot. So you need to give the organization name. Okay, and after that you need to give the project name. For example, the organization is IBM example. So give that organization Apache dot. Okay, after that you need to give the project name. So likewise, in the real time, you need to pass. But currently, it is a demo only. That's why I'm taking the group ID as a course. And version. So what is the version you need to give? So here I'm just giving the version as 1.0.0 because this artifact is a basic. Okay, the first version I'm going to release. Okay, the course.var is the first version that I'm going to release. So 1.0.0. So what is the repository name? So you must give the same name of the repository. So course underscore hosted. Course underscore hosted. Okay, so these are the details you need to pass. Okay, so now just save. Okay, so and next you need to pass the artifact type also here. So click on the artifact. Here also you can give the artifact details. What is the type of artifact? Okay, so here artifact ID, you can give the any name here. So course, and what is the type of artifact? What is the type here? It is a var type. So that's a var. Okay, so next to file. So where the artifact file will be available. So that artifact file will be available after building /var /lib /jenkins /workspace and /job. What is the job name? Sonar job. Under this target folder. Okay, under this target folder only the course.var is available. So this is the absolute path you need to pass here. Okay, after this, okay, you need to give the details of this artifact and apply save. So these are the things you need to give. So once again, I'm telling you. So you need to install the Nexus artifact uploader. So after that, just removing this part, Sonar credit part. So Nexus artifact uploader. So you need to give Nexus S3, the version of Nexus protocol HTTP. Okay, Nexus URL you need to pass, and you need to give the credentials and group ID. You need to give any name version you need to pass, and repositories should be matched with the same name of that one. And after that, so click on the artifacts. You can add the artifact. What is the name of artifact you want to store in the repo? So you need to give that name here. Okay. So course, and what is the type of the course? That is var file, and you need to give the path of the artifact exist. Just apply and save. Now just build the artifact. See what will happen. See what is showing. So uploading the artifact course.var started. So group ID is course, artifact ID course, and type is var. What is the version? 1.0.0. So file is course.var. So repository is course underscore hosted. Uploading 100% completed. So uploaded. Okay, uploading artifact course completed. Finish. Now let us see whether that file is available under this course underscore host or not. Now see here, previously this is empty. Now course -1.0.0.var is available. Okay, so that means this is ready for deployment. If you click on this one, okay, so this is the path. You can see here the repo name, the format is Maven. Okay, the file group name, version, okay, the path. So the file will be downloaded. Course.var file will be downloaded if you click here. Now this artifact will be available permanently. Okay, this in the repository, this artifact will be available permanently. Okay, so for example, so this is, hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is now this is option for course underscore hosted. For example, if I rerun the job, so what happened? So I have rerun the job. Okay, if I rerun the job, so job is success here. So now if you refresh, still the old package will be overwritten. Okay, the old package will be overwritten. Okay, so let us change the version. Yes.
For every build, and that will be updated automatically, right, sir?
Which one? This repository?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So here, let us do one thing. I change the version here. 1.0.1. Okay. Apply. Save. Just build it. Job is success. Let us refresh. What will happen?
It seems that for every build we need to change the version now, sir. Because if you don't change, then the previous build will be replaced.
So see here, I've just changed the version. Now the new package is available. 1.0.1 is available. Okay, for example, okay, if I do the modifications to the same version 1.0.1, okay, but I want to keep this version. But I want to keep this version 1.0.1 only. I'm doing the modifications, but I want to keep the old ones and the new changes. So for that, what I need to do? I need to do add some parameter there. That configure. The configure. So here at the version, here I can add one parameter called build number, build ID. Build ID. So if we add this one, so whatever the build ID number that is appended to this version. Okay. So these are available under the Jenkins folder itself. Build ID in Jenkins. Those are called as environment variables. So like this. So build in a build underscore number, build underscore ID. Okay, so job underscore name. So with these names, we can push the artifacts into the repo also. Here I'm choosing the build underscore ID. So that means whatever the ID that is there, okay, that will be appended to this version. Now see here what happened. Now currently the build number is 7, right? Now the new version should be 8. On the same 1.0.1.8, I'm able to see. So check the logs. See here 1.0.1.8. If you check in the repository, so refresh the repository. So you are able to see the package 1.0.1.8. Now if you build the job again, now you are able to see 1.0.1.9. So like this you can work. Right? So this is about the first version policy release. So this option can be used when the artifact is ready for the production. Okay, ready for in the production environment only this option is used. In the other cases, snapshot is used. Okay, so how the snapshot will be? So currently we know that in the release case, so simply you are giving the version as 1.0.0 like that, or 1.0.1 or 1.1.0. Likewise, we are giving the some version number in the release case. Okay, in the release, you are just giving the version name, you are representing the version name as like this. So in the snapshot, the version number should be like this. So 1.0.0 hyphen snapshot. Like this, you need to mention. Okay, so that means hyphen snapshot should be appended to the this one. So in the release, the version should be clear like this. In the snapshot, you need to specify the snapshot along with the version. Okay, if you use release, if you select the release version policy and if you give hyphen snapshot, it throw the error. So I'll show that part now. In the configure. So here I'm using the same ID. So hyphen, just apply, save, build. So job becomes success, but see, read the content. So course.var. So what is the version type is specified? 1.0.1.10 hyphen snapshot. So repository course hyphen hosted. So downloading, uploading, 100% completed. Failed to deploy artifacts. Could not transfer artifacts course. Course.var. Okay. So this is not transferred. So failed to transfer the file. But though the job is success. But if you see the package here in the course underscore hosted, the package is not available. See, the package is not there because snapshot version based packages are available only under the snapshot version policy only. But this is the repository which is based on the hosted. That's why Here, this is not available. So now for that, you need to create the repository again. Other repository you need to create. So create repository. So choose the Maven 2. Maven 2 hosted. The same thing we are using. Here I'm using the course underscore snapshot. So here you need to change the version policy to snapshot. Then only it will work. Otherwise it throws the error. So next, hello redeploy. Just create repository. Now repository is created. Now go to the Sonar job, configure. Now here I need to change the repository name. Okay, otherwise it is throwing the error. You have created the new repository snapshot. You need to give the and you must give -snapshot. Otherwise, this is not pushed into the this report. Just apply, save. Now run the job. See here, 100% complete. Uploading, uploaded, uploading artifact posted were completed. Now let us check whether the package is available in the course underscore snapshot. See 1.0.1.11-snapshot. The package is available. Okay, if you run the job again, you can see one more build with the name 12. Now refresh here. See 1.0.12. So here you can see the var package. Understood? So this is about snapshot one. So in the Jenkins job, here if you remove the -snapshot, it throws the error. The code is not pushed. Here, just do the build ID. Build now. Job is success, but it is showing failure to deploy artifact, could not transfer the artifacts because it does not allow the release based versions here. So check the repository. So see, there is no 1.0.13. So if you want to allow both release type as well as snapshot type, you need to use the mixed one.
Sir.
Yes. Yes, any doubts? Now click on the repositories. So create a repository. So here Maven to hosted. Here course underscore. So here use the option mix. Here NALO redeploy. Create repository. Now see here. Check the repositories. Change the repository name. Okay, now mixed means it can allow both release based as well as snapshot based. So currently I'm allowing the release based. Course underscore mix. So job is success. Uploading artifacts completely. Now let us check the package. Mix 1.0.14 will be available here. So if you change the version to snapshot here. So this is also yellows. uploading artifact core shard were completed. Let us change the repo. See here. So it is allowing both release based versions as well as snapshot based artifact. So this is the difference between release, mixed, and snapshot. Right? So this is about Nexus. Okay, so where you can change the port in the Nexus, etc. Nexus hyphen default properties. Here you can change the Nexus port. That's what already explained, right? We are currently under 8099 port. Any doubts here? So this is about Sonarqube and Nexus.
Sir,
Yes.
what's the purpose of Nexus? Like, is it only to have all the previous versions for the sake of tracking purpose, or what, sir?
For storing artifacts for reference purpose. Simply the library.
Nothing, but if you use what to say, if you deploy only the current or the most recent, will mean what to say, build will be available.
No.
But
all builds will be available here.
no, if you don't use Nexus, then we'll have only the latest one.
Yes.
In the etc / Jenkins /
Yeah.
so
Yes.
to have the previous all build versions, I mean,
This
to
is
store them,
globally
we'll use
available.
Nexus.
This is globally available. Anybody can use this. Those who are having the permissions, then they can use it. But if the artifact is in your local, so those cannot be used by other people, right?
Yes.
But this online, anybody can access this one. Those who are having the permissions.
Can we give even the accounts here, sir? Like the way how we have done in Jenkins?
Sorry?
We have given the roles. I mean, by adding the users, we have assigned the roles in roles to the persons in Jenkins, no, sir. The same way, can we do?
Yes.
Can we assign
Yes.
the roles by adding the users?
By default, all the DevOps should get the access for this Nexus report.
So that everyone will be given a single account.
All the developers as well as DevOps engineers should get this access.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Because without that, we cannot work with this one. Because developers need this because to report the changes or to get back what is the content of the old version. Okay, DevOps need it because once the artifact is given by the developers, so DevOps engineers can push the code into this repo. Okay, because generally what happened in the real time, I'm saying with respect to my organization, okay, mostly in the organization we follow the same pattern. So product team will have one repository. Okay, product team will have one Nexus repository, and the project team will have another Nexus repository. So product team will develop the code and they will push the code into their Nexus repository. From that, we are taking the code and we are pushing the code into our repositories. That is the thing happen in real time. So DevOps can push the code, the artifacts into the project related Nexus artifactory. Product team can use their own Nexus repository for pushing their own codes, own artifacts.
And from where will we get the actual code, sir? Like here now, for till now, the thing is we have used the SCM2, that is Git tool, no, sir. GitHub we have used to get the code.
Yes.
But in real time, what we do is, like, will we be getting from GitHub or?
It depends on organizations that is. So some people use GitLab, some people use Bitbucket, like that. So mostly GitLab is secure because it is having private repositories and more secure compared to GitHub.
Okay, okay, sir.
Still any doubts? tomorrow I'll start with the last topic of Jenkins called pipelines. Jenkins pipeline. Very important. Real time. So these jobs are not used in the real time. So what you are creating these jobs, right? These are mostly not used. In the interviews also, they will ask the questions based on the pipelines. Okay. In the interviews, mostly they are asking the questions on the pipelines, not on the jobs. Of course, you can say, so I will do like this in the job. So what are the steps we are doing in the job? Okay. You can explain, okay, to the interviewer. So who are asking, how do you proceed? How do you execute a job? So in such case, you can explain them like this. Okay, but pipeline is different case. Pipeline is nothing but you are writing the scripts. Okay, whatever the steps you have done right now, that is when you are using git clone, you are writing the, you are giving the maven commands. Okay, you are integrating the Sonarqube, you are integrating the Nexus, and you are deploying with the Tomcat. So all the things, okay, you are doing in the scripting. Because why the scripting is very useful means, okay, once if you write the script and store it, okay, so the same script you can use for multiple projects. For example, if you want to repeat all the tasks in the Jenkins, you need to create a job. You need to click on the new item. You need to create a job. You need to give the URL of Git. You need to give the maven commands. You need to configure the Sonarqube. You need to configure Nexus. You need to configure Tomcat. Okay, you need to give the commands. So many processes there. It is a time-taking process. Instead of that, if you write the script, so simply copy and paste the script and execute the job. Simple thing. So that's why in the real time, mostly pipelines will be preferred. So these jobs cannot be used, mostly not used. For testing purpose, if you want to use, you can use it. But for deployment, for production environment or any other thing, so mostly, okay, they are using the pipelines only. Professionals prefer the pipelines. Okay, normal basic users, okay, so they are preferring the jobs, but both will give the same result. There is no difference. Both will give the same result, but you can understand the difference once you understand the concept of Jenkins pipeline, right? So if you don't have any doubts here, so I'll stop the session here.